Hello dear students. In this video, you can learn strength of acids and bases, content of this video, theories of acids and bases, that is Arrhenius theory, Bronsted-Lowry concept, Lewis theory, strength of acids, the pKa values, and strength of bases, the pKb value. Theories of acids and bases. First one is Arrhenius theory. According to Arrhenius theory, acid is any substance which dissociates in water to produce H plus ion. For example, HCl dissociates in water and it gives the H plus ion which is abstracted by water molecule plus Cl minus ion can be formed. While according to Arrhenius theory, base is any substance which dissociates in water to produce hydroxyl ion. For example, sodium hydroxide dissociates in presence of water and it gives the OH minus ion plus NaCl can be formed. And then the limitations of Arrhenius theory are: first limitation is acid-base behavior is restricted to aqueous medium, and second limitation is many compounds cannot contain hydroxyl group but acts as base. Second theory is the Bronsted-Lowry concept. According to Bronsted-Lowry concept, acid is any substance which can dissociate to give H plus ion, while base is any substance which accepts H plus ion. That is, acid is a proton donor while base is a proton acceptor. For example, if we consider the sulfuric acid and water, when sulfuric acid reacts with water, the sulfuric acid donates a proton to water and water accepts a proton from sulfuric acid to form H3O plus SO4 minus. And therefore, sulfuric acid can act as a acid by donating H plus ion to water, while water acts as a base by accepting proton from sulfuric acid. The HSO4 minus, which acts as a base in a reversible reaction, while H3O plus can act as an acid in reverse reaction. And therefore, the HSO4 minus is a conjugate base of sulfuric acid, while the sulfuric acid is a conjugate acid of HSO4 minus, and H3O plus is a conjugate acid of water, and water is a conjugate base of H3O plus. Then third theory is the Lewis theory. According to Lewis theory, acid is a substance which accepts an electron pair and base is a substance which donates electron pair. Simply we can say that acid is a electron acceptor while base is a electron donor. For example, in this case we can say that in ammonia, nitrogen is electron rich, or nitrogen has a lone pair of electron. And that lone pair should be donated to BF3, that is the boron, and it gives a complex between ammonia and boron trifluoride. Means here, the ammonia, by donating electron pair, it acts as a base, while BF3 acts as an acid by accepting electron pair. Examples: all electron rich molecules or which contains negative charge or non-bonding electron pair are acts as a Lewis bases. For example, OH minus, SH minus, carbanions, ammonia, primary, secondary and tertiary amines, etc. Then all electron deficient molecules containing positive charge or with incomplete octet are acts as a Lewis acids. For example, carbocation, proton, BF3, AlCl3, ZnCl2, etc. Then strength of acids, the pKa values. For example, if we consider a general acid Ha undergoes a dissociation, means Ha undergoes a dissociation, it gives H plus ion which combines with water to form H3O plus A minus can be formed here. Means Ha on a dissociation gives the two species, one is H3O plus A minus, or H plus A minus, and this H plus combines with water molecule to form the H3O plus. Okay, and therefore the concentration of H plus ion is equal to concentration of H3O plus. And that's why if we consider equilibrium constant for this as follows: K equilibrium is equal to concentration of H3O plus into concentration of A minus divided by concentration of HA into concentration of water molecule. In a reaction mixture, water is always in large excess. That's why change in concentration of water should be practically constant. We can take as K dash, and therefore this equation can be revised as K equilibrium is equal to concentration of H3O plus plus into concentration of A minus divided by K dash into HA. If we rearrange this equation, then we get the equation K equilibrium into K dash is equal to concentration of H3O plus into concentration of A minus divided by HA, and therefore we have a new constant Ka, that is equal to K equilibrium into K dash, and that new constant, if we rearrange the equation, then we get the equation Ka is equal to concentration of H3O plus into concentration of A minus divided by concentration of HA. From this equation 4, we get idea, that is the dissociation constant Ka is equal to concentration of dissociated species divided by the concentration of undissociated acid. And therefore, as the dissociation of acid increases, or the concentration of H3O plus and concentration of A minus will be larger, okay, and the concentration of undissociated acid will be lower, the Ka value should be higher, and therefore the acid is a stronger acid, or the strength of acid is a more, and thus as the Ka value increases, strength of acid increases. Then for example, if we consider the organic acid, Ka is very small, and that involves negative power of 10. For example, in case of acetic acid, Ka is equal to 1.79 into 10 raised to minus 5 at 25 degree Celsius. And in order to avoid negative power of Ka, it is expressed as a pKa, and we have the equation pKa is equal to minus log of Ka. For acetic acid, if we calculate the negative logarithm of Ka, then we get pKa is equal to 4.76, and thus strength of acid increases, Ka will be increases, but pKa will be decreases. Or simply we can say that the higher Ka values or lower pKa values indicates the acid is a stronger acid. Means strong acids have lower pKa values, while the weak acids have higher pKa values. Then in case of very weak acids, those which have pKa value less than greater than 16, the relative strength cannot be determined in water because they are weaker as acid than the water. In such cases, the strength of acids will be determined in solvents more basic than water, such as the liquid ammonia. Similarly, in case of extremely strong acids, where the pKa value is lower, are completely ionized in water and appears as the same relative strength. For example, perchloric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, or nitric acid. They appear have to same strength in water, as water brings leveling effect on these acids, and therefore the relative strength of strong acids determined in the solvents which are more acidic than water. For example, acetic acid. And next, strength of bases, the pKb values. If we consider any base B which donates the, or which accepts the proton, or which donates the electron pair to proton, means according to Lewis theory, base is a substance which donates electron pair to proton. For example, B is any base that donates or that reacts with water molecule, means it donates electron pair or accepts a proton, and it gives the BH plus, that complex can form, plus OH minus ion is generated. For this reaction, if we find a equilibrium constant, then that can be given as a K equilibrium is equal to concentration of BH plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of undissociated base, means which has not donated electron pair, plus water, concentration of water. As the concentration of water is always in large excess, the change in concentration of water is taken practically near constant, that is K dash, and therefore we have a equation K equilibrium is equal to concentration of BH plus into concentration of OH minus divided by K dash into concentration of B. If we rearrange this equation, then we get the equation K equilibrium into K dash is equal to BH plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of B. And we have a new constant Kb, that is equal to K equilibrium into K dash, and therefore we have the equation Kb is equal to concentration of BH plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of B. And from equation 4, we get idea that the Kb, the dissociation constant of base. In case of strong base, there will be more dissociation, means the more concentration of BH plus and OH minus ion will be larger, and the B, that is undissociated base, the concentration should be lower. So the Kb value should be stronger or more for a strong base. And therefore, we can say that as the Kb increases, strength of base increases. For most of organic bases, the Kb value is very small, involving negative power of 10. For example, methylamine has a Kb 2.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 at 25 degree Celsius. And in order to avoid negative power of Kb, it is expressed as a pKb. And we have equation pKb is equal to minus log of Kb. For methylamine, if we calculate the pKb value, and that comes pKb is equal to 10.6. Thus, as the strength of base increases, Kb increases, but pKb decreases. Means simply we can say that a stronger base have lower pKb values and weaker base have higher pKb value. In this video, we have discussed about the theories of acids and bases, then the strength of acids, Ka and pK values, strength of bases, Kb and pKb values, and in next video you can learn strength of acids and bases part 2, that is origin of acidity in organic molecules, simple aliphatic carboxylic acids, unsaturated carboxylic acids, and substituted aliphatic carboxylic acids. Thank you.